Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. I was literally doing a video that was about to say XenoThreat looks like it's wrapping up, so get involved before it does. But it's already over, so let's talk about that quickly because it's a bit of a shame, and I do think they've missed the mark with quite a lot with XenoThreat and XenoThreat Phase 3, but there were some great parts there as well. So XenoThreat Phase 3, a bit of a misnomer name, because really XenoThreat was just two major phases, Phase 2 and Phase 3, Phase 1 just being gearing up phase, and now we've finished. Maybe that's called a phase as well. Phase 4, the not on anymore phase, but Phase 3 was the fleet battle phase of the event. You go to Jericho, well, a nearby location near a gas cloud again, and do battle with an Idris and a XenoThreat fleet. It's actually pretty fun, loads of ships flying around, and the mission can take anywhere between 10 to 20 minutes to complete. On average, I'd say you could certainly speedrun it though, and it's going to be sort of varied massively in that time based on the amount of players that you're doing the mission with and if they're organized. Again, anyone can get involved, and you can sort of like just jump on with yourself or with a small group, and hopefully loads of other people will turn up and help you there, or you can turn up and help other people there. Now, you get payouts for participating in the combat there, but there are issues with how quick the mission can be done, and if you just... it's unlikely they're just going to be turning up while someone else is doing it, typically. The reason for that is yeah, it can be over pretty quickly, and then isn't on the server anymore. The first Idris can take a little while to take down, I suppose, and then 2 additional Idris spawn, and you'd have to take those out as well, and you might get your UE Navy Javelin turning up to help deal with them, and if that turns up, then it's pretty strong, and it is able to deal with the Idris pretty quickly. I mean, technically the Javelin can be taken out if you don't help it, because the Idris will pound it with its railguns, but if they're not doing that, and if you're attacking the Idris, then the Javelin's not going to have any problems with them, and if the Javelin gets close enough anyway, it absolutely wrecks an Idris. It's a cool fleet battle. There's a load going on. It's not particularly difficult, in my opinion, as a thing. The XenoThreat sort of AI, they're there to make you feel like a badass. They're going to be targeting different ships and pew-pewing people and keep on changing targets rather than just going, all laser fire, one target, you're dead, next, sort of thing. So, although pretty good fun and actually working pretty well, and I had a very stable experience throughout the 3.12.1 build, there are issues with XenoThreat and the current game. So, specifically more to XenoThreat, the event can be over pretty quick, and if you're server hopping to try and get in, you might be jumping around for a while before you can actually get the mission. Well, you can't even get it anymore because it's over. In fact, the day it went live, I rage quit after around 30 minutes of trying to get into a server with the mission on it. However, if you join as a group into a server with a load of people, you're much more likely to get a fresh server, because they have to open up a new server because there's so many of you. And that means the mission is generated immediately as you spawn. So that's awesome. You can go and do the mission. So if you're in a big org, you could just keep on repeatedly doing this mission, or jump out of a server, jump on a server, or jump out of a server, jump on a server, and you get the mission every time. The best experience we had was playing with synchronizers over the weekend on this. Now, this had them organize a relatively large fleet, around 40 players, the server cap at the moment, although it wasn't the full server cap, because maybe 35 actually people getting to the actual fleet combat. Now, we turned up there, started fighting, PvP has turned up and started attacking us back. Now, in this particular phase, because it's focusing on combat so much, I actually quite enjoyed the PvPers getting involved, at least in the times that I played. They can't ruin the event Phase 3 as easily as they could ruin Phase 2. And I'm not saying that all PvPs want to ruin events. Obviously, that's more griefing if you're just like, ha, lol, I just want to ruin this. PvPers want PvP. They want to play the game. They want to get involved with these sort of like, yeah, fleet battle, but fight me, some of them. So that's quite cool. But the cargo phase was a lot different, because you could just turn up very quickly, blow up a cargo ship and get away, and then go, get good scrub, lol. And it was like, well, there's nothing I can do about that. You can just keep on doing that all day if you want. I'll jump server. So my personal experience in Phase 3 with PvPers, and while playing with an org, was pretty good. Yeah, if there's only a couple of you and you've got some good PvPers that you're against, that might be pretty annoying and stressful. I suspect there are some horror stories out there as well, but I had a pretty good experience. In fact, I would say that completing the mission, because we completed the mission, it was pretty good, we did it a few times, it felt more of an accomplishment because of the added threat. That said, there were issues when attacking a PvPer that sometimes you'd get a criminal rating for attacking them, which hardly seems fair, but We know that Cloud Imperium are working on making the lore system more robust and less buggy, and it's very much an alpha Star Citizen. There are problems like that. It didn't sort of like prevent most people from playing or anything. That's good. Synchronizers did also bring their own Idris to the fight as well. Someone had stole it, and it was fun to see this join the fight on the UEE side. I think the main issue with the event, though, is that it was over so quick. It was over really, really quick, especially Phase 3. It was only on for a few days. I think it was in testing much longer than it was live. It was certainly delayed much, 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 much longer than it was live. And maybe it's just because the free fly is coming up soon and they wanted to get it out of the way before the free fly, but I would have wanted this event during the free fly, showing off fleet battles to new players, them being able to jump into the XenoThreat battle and go, oh, what is going on here? That would have been great. Maybe Cloud Imperium have some other cool plans coming up for the free fly, or loads of cool future events. Yeah, we know they sort of do for future events anyway, but it feels like they missed the mark here to me. XenoThreat should have gone on maybe until the end of February. It is all lessons learned, though. Other events, all the future events, are going to be shaped by the metrics and all the data from this one. Your feedback is going to be really important here. Whether you were already bored of the event, you were like, actually it's gone on for too long, or I didn't get involved, or I thought I had loads of time, or you had terrible times with griefers and PvPers, or you're a PvPer yourself and you want to get more tangibly involved in events and reasons to actually do them. Or maybe you thought it was like perfect the way it was. But expect the next event to be better, and make sure you share your feedback in the comments below, or directly to Cloud Imperium through Spectrum. But actually, that's one of the other things. Phase 2 and Phase 3, they were the only real phases of XenoThreat. Phase 1 was nothing. So it's really just a two-part mission, kind of. And these parts were only narratively connected. They didn't affect each other. It didn't matter how well you did in Phase 2, or even if you did Phase 2, you could just do Phase 3. Although people that got involved with the XenoThreat do have a forum badge that will be allocated to them next week, so that's cool. I was hoping for a bit more of a reward for getting involved with XenoThreat. Maybe something in-game. Maybe they will put something in-game, who knows. Some more simple, fun, repetitive gameplay would have been good to flesh out more phases, or just to have as a sort of event that was happening, sort of just protecting the Javelin in dock, like the cargo phase, but just protecting the Javelin in dock against waves of fighters for maybe even a few hours. I think people would have happily jumped in and out of that, and then XenoThreat keep on assaulting, or maybe they keep on assaulting a station or a ground facility or something like that. That would be cool, and yeah, that would be another week's worth of sort of gameplay. Also, there was no indication of when XenoThreat was going to end or move on to the next phases, really. That was just a load of little things that I feel like miscommunication and lengths of time and stuff. All stuff that they can tweak, all stuff that's easy to fix. XenoThreat was a flash in the pan, but a pretty fun one. And I'm interested to know what you think. Did you participate in Phase 2 or 3? What did you think? Did you think Phase 3 was too short? Well, it's got to have been, yeah? Short as a mission, and short for the length of time you could do that mission. There can't be anyone that thinks it wasn't. But don't let me opinion shame you. You're more than welcome to disagree. I might not have seen some side of it. We do know that Cloud Imperium have 8 to 10 more events planned this year, like the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, Fleet Week, but also the Ninetales Lockdown. What would you like to see from all of them? And limited time events. Are you cool with the limited time events? Do you want them to go on a bit longer, but you're still sort of fine with limited time events? Or don't you like the idea of limited time events? You're like, well, what if I miss out? Fear of missing out. Urgh. I suppose it all does lead to better events overall. So there is that. But whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Every month we have a ship giveaway, and February is no different. This month is for a Mercury Star Runner. It's a multi-role ship, but also a solid data and cargo runner, and flyable now in-game. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that is comment on any of my videos made during a month. Details below. I'm also a massive shill for NordVPN. If you are looking for a VPN service, and you should, then NordVPN acts as a fleet of ships protecting your data from prying eyes while also providing privacy like a ship would. Enjoy the interwebs without borders, securely and safely. Use the links below for discount. I can't promise it will make your life better, but I can imply that. Also, there is Game Glass. Do you have a touchscreen device that you want to use as a diegetic controller or interactive panel for Star Citizen and other games? Check out Game Glass. It's free for life for the basic version, and you can buy additional shards or functionality or subscribe for more as well. A special thank you for everyone that goes the extra mile to become a channel member or Patreon, as well as just liking and subscribing or sharing these videos. If you would like to further support the channel, then please consider using the YouTube join button below my videos and becoming a BoredGamer channel member. You'll get some exclusive content each month, as well as badges that appear in the comments section of videos and emotes that you can use and all that sort of jazz. Thank you so much for checking out my content. You take care, and I hope to see you in the verse.